Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akah HaKadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, Grand Millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakathon. Alright, so this gonna be just a real quick in the news. Basically just touching on a few things that I've been seeing, from time to time, on these different news sites that I've been peeping, such as Natural News, which is a good one because, Mike Adams, he actually posts things that, you not gonna see, on, every social media platform and that you damn sure not gonna see on Fox 34 News. All right. But as y'all see in the title, it says, watch as Mike Adams and Steve Coyle discuss the globalist plan for mass depopulation, right? And that's basically the times that we in. This is where this is all heading to because, what the elites basically plan on doing, especially in this time. And they've been planning on doing it, for, decades, if not centuries, if I'm not mistaken, centuries, man, because them Georgia Guidestones, before, they got struck by lightning, which isn't a coincidence. I believe through the spirit, that was Yahweh Shema Shai that actually struck that with lightning. All right. But, they've been planning on bringing the population of the world down to 500 million, right? And a couple years back, Bill Gates had basically came out and said, when he was doing his presentation for his college, if I'm not mistaken, when, basically the state of the world, it basically said that they can bring down the population by 15%, with, if they do good with healthcare services and also, those things that you take to so-called make you immune to sickness. Everybody should know what I'm talking about at this point because brothers touch on it, so much. All right. And that's all bullshit because they don't plan on bringing down the population just by 15%. Right? In order to bring the population of the world down to 500 million, that means that 92% of the world's population has to be killed off. All right. And one of those ways is going to be through those, through Esau science. I'm going to just say it like that. All right. And of course, you're going to have other things that are going to take place, such as, troops, being over here in the States, doing what they do, because that's all throughout the scriptures, right? You're going to have people out here, especially when this shit starts to get real bad. And I actually got this lesson, backed up that I'm going to do here in a little bit, Lord will. Basically getting into how America's heading towards like a third world country type of state. You know what I mean? Because you got people out there, what is it? I forgot what city it was in. It's Philly. You got people that's robbing gas stations and shit. I even seen, this video, this dude, basically pulled a knife out on this nigga and stole his hot dog from him. You know what I mean? This is where, the American society is going to head to, man, or is heading to. You know what I mean? So much to the point that the shit is in plain sight. You know what I mean? I've been talking to a few people, and people tell me all the time at work, it's going to get bad. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hey, all hell going to break loose. These is people in the world that's telling me this. So it's evident that the Lord is getting ready to make a move, man. You know what I'm saying? And what he's about to do is he's about to put the spirit on Esau to, hey, go ahead and do what he's going to do. You know what I'm saying? That Revelations 12 and 12, the devil shall come down unto you, having great wrath, and that's exactly what this white boy about to do. All right? But the first paragraph, it says, Natural News, apart from a rescue, humanity's extinction is already a done deal. You know what I mean? And what this is basically going to be like is an extinction level event. You know what I mean? Because Esau basically like a badass toddler. You know what I'm saying? That, if he don't have his way, then he throw a tantrum. You know what I mean? Because he know that, as brothers say, we got next. And Esau's mindset is, if he can't have it, then nobody else can have it. So he gonna go, hey, balls to the wall, you know what I'm saying, before, you know what I'm saying, he taken out of the power seat. All right. And with that being said, that's gonna come with a whole lot of death. All right. Most of the people that you see, you know what I'm saying, walking around right now, they gonna drop dead real soon. Even if it's not from that potion. You know what I'm saying? It can be from starvation. You know what I'm saying? It can be from shit, just, anything else. Because Yahweh Shema Shai is fed up with this shit and he's about to really start, you know what I'm saying, bringing forth judgment. You know what I'm saying? It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. All right. And we know that it's real soon. You know what I mean? Because he even tells you in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, to learn the parable of the fig tree. You know what I mean? Just like how when you start seeing things blossom or blooming or whatever, you starting to see flowers bloom, you starting to see trees grow forth their leaves, everything turning back green, getting its earthly state back again. You know what I'm saying? It's basically the same thing. When you see those things happening, you know what I'm saying, everything turning green, everything coming back to life after winter, that's how you know that summer is near. It's the same thing when it comes to our Lord's return, man. You know what I'm saying? When you seeing all these things, you know what I'm saying, these prophecies unfolding, you know what I'm saying, especially at a rapid pace, this is a sign that our Lord is about to return. But he said before he returns, it's going to be tribulation like there's never been before. All right? So it's going to be a whole lot of people out here that's going to drop dead. The scripture says as a wave or as a drop is compared to a wave, man. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. You know what I'm saying? That's like a similitude. Think about a drop, you know what I'm saying, from a water fountain. Just dropping. That shit's small. And compare that to like 100-foot wave. That's how many people are gonna be saved compared to those that actually don't make it, that be put to death on this side, man. Right? Starting with our nation, because we're the only ones that can receive salvation. You other nations don't matter. But the Lord is still gonna whoop that ass on that side, man. You still gonna be judged along with the 2/3. It says the globalists have flipped the switch on their kill grid, which in time will end the lives of billions while transforming those who remain into human machine, transhumanist hybrid cyborgs. And what that's basically getting into, you know what I'm saying, is that MOT to the B. You know what I mean? I'm not going to really grab any scriptures because, it's really self-explanatory, right? But we know where it's heading to, you know what I'm saying? But I want to grab that point. It says, which in time will end the lives of billions. All right, and as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and grab that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because we really about to witness mass death on this side, man. It's a whole lot of people, especially of our nation, that's getting ready to basically just catch a bad one. You know, when you read in the book of Nahum, the 3rd chapter, it speaks about how it's going to be so much death that we're going to be out here stumbling upon corpses, man. You know, you got to think about that. So that means it's just going to be dead bodies laid the fuck out everywhere. You know, also when you read in the book of Jeremiah, it talks about how, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know what I'm saying, for those that stay out in the country, and not even out in the country, you see a field, after, you know what I'm saying, the hay and all that is harvested, you see all those bundles. There's hundreds of bundles out there in that field, just laid out. It's covered. That's basically how the Lord said that the house going to be out here with dead bodies, man. You know what I'm saying? Bodies just laid out. Because whenever all hell break loose, there ain't no 911. You know what I'm saying? Which is they talking about in the beginning of 2023 in Chicago, that, hey, it's certain things that they're not even going to respond to. And basically what that is just you know what I'm saying, a prelude to what's really going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because they want shit to start, you know what I'm saying, picking up a little bit. They want violence to start happening. Because let's not forget, martial law is a part of the agenda. Because once they implement martial law, or they declare for martial law, boom, they get to roll in that, you know what, that CHIP, that CHIP, you know what I mean? Which is a big step in this man's new order, which is his new order. All right. But let me grab this real quick. This is Psalms 91. And I'm going to start at 5. Just grab the point. It says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Right? So for the men of the Lord,
Yeah, we gonna be out here in the mix of everything. We gonna see it all. And that's why it says this in verse 8, it says, only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. All right, so we gonna actually see, you know what I'm saying, these people out here getting their judgment, man. All right, literally, you know. But it says 1,000 shall fall at thy left, right, or at that side, and what is it, and 10,000 at that right hand. All right. So basically, what we gonna be witnesses and a whole lot of people out here getting put to death, man, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, he about to release, you know what I'm saying, them four winds of destruction real soon, which is primarily getting into the missiles. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Jacob's trouble is gonna wipe out a whole lot of people, man. All right. And the point of me grabbing that is because that matches up with this. Right? It says within time in the lives of billions, right? Which is their goal, right? And I just, you know what I'm saying, brought up the point on how they basically plan on knocking Earth down to 500 million, which means there's about close to 9 billion people on Earth. So that means they want to knock off, what, 8.5 billion just about? 7.5, 8 billion? That's a whole lot of people. All right? Which in common in the lives of billions while transforming those who remain into human machines, transhumanist hybrid cyborgs. I actually got another article pulled up for this to match that. Oh yeah, and basically getting into, you know, how there's gonna be billions of people's lives that end basically. Look what Bill Gates just said. It says Bill Gates pledges $7 billion to control population and promote abortion in Africa. Right, and this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This little demon right here, he been doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, his ass been over there, you know what I'm saying, in the land of him, you know what I'm saying, testing his science, you know what I'm saying, them Hamites, fucking them up. You know what I mean? Them, you know what I'm saying, sicknesses ain't just come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This man blamed every damn thing on him. And even though Ham is a nasty motherfucker, I can say that. But all them diseases ain't just coming from him. Esau creating shit in labs and basically just going over there and testing them to see what it's going to do, how it's going to affect them. And saying, oh, you know what I'm saying, it came from Africa. Everything came from Africa, huh? You know what I mean? And I was going to get into that. That was something I wanted to bring up. But I got this as well. It says, going back to that point in this article, how it spoke about, where's it at? It says, while transforming those who remain into human machine, right? Those who remain after, you know, this man really just wiped out the damn population. Right? Those that do remain, those that do, you know what I'm saying, bow down and worship the beast, you know what I'm saying, follow his image, say, you know what I'm saying, I do. You know what I'm saying, I do want to take that, you know what? You know what I'm saying, I do want to become your slave. Right? You basically gonna, hey, be a damn, you know what I'm saying, a damn cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk talking about in 2023, that's when they finally gonna start testing the Neuralink in humans. What you think that's all about? You know what I'm saying? Not only is it the mark of the beast, you know what I'm saying? But this man can perform miracles on the left hand side. It tells you in the book of Revelation 16 chapter as well as 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a whole lot of people that's gonna be deceiving. You're gonna have niggas like Kanye West. Yeah, don't get this shit confused. This man is a whole damn setup. He's a sellout. He's doing exactly what the white man wants him to do. Alright, he's gonna be out there pushing that new world order. Take it as cool. You know what I'm saying? You see a motherfucker full of holograms probably. You know what I'm saying? They talking about how you're not gonna need a wallet. Anything you want is gonna be in there, you know what? In your right hand, on your forehead. You know what I'm saying? People who can't see, you know what I'm saying, you're born blind or whatever the case may be, you'll be able to see if you take that. You can't walk, they're able to wire something, you know what I'm saying, in your neurological system to basically, you know what I'm saying, have you able to walk. This is this man performing miracles on the left hand side. It's gonna be a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be deceived into taking it. Alright? But you know, hey, at the end of the day, somebody gotta play that role. Alright? But let's go back to it. It says restricted Republic WF uses public health safety to impose the MOT to the B technology and control the world. Right? So this is where we at with it. You know what I mean? This man is starting to make a move step by step. Hey, slowly but surely. You You know what I'm saying? And don't be surprised if one day you wake up and they putting this shit on the news. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about, you know what I'm saying, go take this, you know, go do this and go do that. You know what I'm saying? It can detect, you know what I'm saying, if you have the C-19 pestilence or whatever. All right? That's what they've been talking about. And they're going to roll this shit in step by step. You know what I mean? They're not going to push it out there. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll be too obvious. But they're going to start rolling in slowly but surely. All right? So this man deals with gradualism. He's going to set up certain things just so that he can make a move. All right? What, you know what I'm saying? Brothers always get into, what is it called? Order out chaos. He creates the problem, and then he's going to roll in the so-called solution. All right? Which is, if you trust in this man, you done, point blank, period. You out of there. I ain't gonna really get into it, you know what I'm saying? I don't reconcile, you know what I'm saying? I can post in the description. So let's go back to this article. It says, in the following episode of the Health Ranger report, Mike Adams discusses the issue with Steve Coyle, who says the world is rapidly approaching the Great Tribulation. Hey, and this is where we at with it. Hey, rapidly approaching the Great Tribulation. Hey, didn't the Lord say that he was gonna shorten the times for the elect sake? You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna have to, especially when this man starts to roll in. It says, those who are not rescued from what is soon to come will be faced with a choice. All right, and the only way you can be saved is if you can repent again. But first and foremost, you're gonna have to endure. Because it says in the book of Matthew 24 chapter, he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right, they ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There ain't no goddamn such thing as one saved, always saved. That's not in the scriptures, man. All right. It says death or transformation into a new breed of artificial humans controlled by the globalists. So once you take that shit, you're gonna basically, you know what I'm saying, be forced to be a perpetual slave. You know what I mean? You go against the grain, they're gonna shut that shit off, and ain't gonna be no way to pay your bills. You know what I mean? And he said death, and you're gonna basically be transformed. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that it's gonna be some brothers' lots that have to lay their life down for not bowing down and worship the beast in the image, man. All right, or the image of the beast, philosophy. You know what I'm saying? It tells you that in the book of Revelation 20 and 4. Some of us are gonna be beheaded for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? For brothers, ain't no plan B. That's only plan A. Ain't no way in hell that we gonna take that thing, man. You know what I mean? We rather listen, go ahead and lose our life on this side, which is not a bad death at all. You know what I mean? So we can gain the kingdom of heaven. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? It says we're experiencing every form of surveillance, every form of draconian law, which means, you know what I'm saying, like warlike law. That's what it's gonna be like out here. Listen, you're gonna have, you know, the military out here at different checkpoints controlling the city. Says in the book of 2nd Instinct, the 9th chapter, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be warlike law out here, martial law, and it's not gonna be the American military because they're not willing to bust on their own people. You're gonna have these damn blue hats out here. You know what I'm saying? People from other countries that don't give a damn about these fat ass Americans. So they're gonna be willing to bust a slug in them. They're not gonna care. Alright? Look up the Geico mercenary chiefs, the Gurkha chiefs. Alright, they're gonna be over here real soon, if not already over here. Because you got what you call sleeper cells. And here already, they just waiting basically to get the green light so they can be put on go. It says every form of medical murder that could have been imagined. Now it says we're really at a point now, an inflection point, a biblical time period where we're approaching the Great Tribulation, and I don't think people understand just how dire the plans are for humanity. And people really don't. You know what I mean? When we really just, you know what I'm saying, pick at people's brains, you know what I'm saying, out in the world, a lot of people really don't know what the fuck going on. And if they do, you know what I'm saying, it's only to an extent. They be like, yeah, it's gonna get bad. The whole time, your ass just stuck in the world still. Don't know what's going on, don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You just a slave. All your ass know is chicken McNuggets, you know what I'm saying, and Monday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? That's all these Americans know. You know what I'm saying? But people really don't understand, you know what I'm saying, how, you know what I'm saying, bad these times that we come into really is, man. You know what I'm saying? You telling people, have a conversation about them about famine and shit, and they don't really understand the severity of a famine. You know what I'm saying? It's stated in Lamentations, the 4th chapter, in the 9th verse, that it's better to die by the sword than to die by a famine for a damn reason. Imagine you starving and you can't do shit about it. You probably throwing up blood and everything, and when you do get the chance to eat, it's been so long that you know what I'm saying, ate, that you can't even eat it. You throwing it, you just too weak to even eat. You know what I'm saying? You crawling and shit. That's what it's gonna be like out here. But people have it so good here, they so nurtured, you know what I mean, they're so comfortable that they don't really understand how bad it's gonna be out here. But that's that 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, when they start say peace and safety, then start sudden destruction coming upon them, man. And that's exactly how it's gonna be. Alright. But you know, really to be honest, that's pretty much the point. Just a quick little interlude, you know, something I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, run quick through the spirit. You know, so like if I ain't, you know, didn't go pulling the scriptures, you know, it's really just something, you know, through the spirit that I wanted to get into, you know, and quote, right? But I don't know if you know, the lesson was informative and edifying. All right, call out your high by some outside, by some of Kakadar, got the woman about you all.